Hey guys, how's it going? Welcome back. So this is our review of the Yamaha, what is this thing? An Fgx800c. Okay, so I haven't memorized it yet. Who cares? Big deal. It's a guitar, right? Anyway, so I bought this a couple days ago at Long and McQuaid in North Bay for 450 bucks, plus a case for another 30. And yeah, I was still within my budget because I didn't want to spend any more than 500 bucks before tax on a right-handed guitar. Now, if you have not been around my channel before, so this is your first time, or you've been around but you haven't really looked at any of my music videos, I do play left-handed guitar, okay? And I've been playing left-handed guitar my entire life. And I've been trying to teach myself right-handed guitar off and on for many years. And I'm doing really, really good at it. And I've got a boatload of songs under my belt now right-handed that I can do really well. Okay, I said really well. I didn't say perfect. Okay, but really well. Enough that I can definitely get by if I need to play right-handed. Because one of the problems I have in life with working my regular job is I hurt this hand, which is my right hand, which is my normal fretting hand for playing left-handed. Okay, so I still need to play because I play on 2 worship teams at church, plus I do my YouTube stuff, plus I teach guitar. I still need to be able to play regardless, okay, because I can't go without playing. It drives me nuts. So I've had the whole right-handed thing going on before, and you know, a while back life kind of hit, and a bunch of stuff went, but slowly recouping, and which is great. So rebound effect, and I'm getting different selections now, which is nice too. Just like, oh, been there, done that, owned it. Don't want to get it, don't want it again, you know. So I thought, well, I need to find a right-handed guitar, and I've always liked Yamaha instruments because my first left-handed guitar I bought brand new was actually, I think it was me that bought it or my parents. I think it was my parents. It was an acoustic and it was a Yamaha. I bought my first Yamaha electric because that was like $700 back then. That was expensive, not including an amp yet. Anyways, guitars gotten a lot cheaper over the years too, which has been nice. Now, if you want the full specs on this guitar for all the materials that it is, please do go and check out the description in the video, okay, below, and you will get all the full specs on this thing, okay. Now, it did come with Derived, they're coated strings 12 to 53. I can't remember the exact package number, but anyways, I wasn't overly fond with 80-20 bronze strings. I prefer the phosphorus bronze, but I also decided, you know what, I'm changing the strings anyhow. It is a new guitar, and I'm changing the strings, and I did a versus video of the original stock strings against these, so check that video out too. And of course we have the Taylor 114 CE versus this one. Both guitars have the exact same strings. These are 1253 Elixir nano web coated strings, okay, phosphor bronze, and I really love the sound of these strings on this guitar. They're like way better than factory, you know. So I now have 2 rich guitars because they're like $21, $22 a pack for strings for this thing and my Taylor. So it's like, yeah. But you know what? It's worth it to get the tone you're after, right? Now, the original strings, they were decent sounding, don't get me wrong. I just wasn't very comfortable with how they felt and stuff, so they had to go. Now, I'm going to play this guitar both acoustically and plugged in. And right now you probably just heard like a double talk mixture of both. My bad on that one, but hey, it's something interesting for the video. So I'm going to cut off the mic right now, and we're going to go straight out electric. Now I am plugged into my Katana Mark II amp on the acoustic channel on its preamp and going into the mixer and straight into the computer. So no mic, and then we're going to turn it off and unplug the wireless dongle on here, okay? And we're going to go straight out into the microphone for sound difference. Now, as far as this preamp goes, bass, mid, treble, all at 12. Main gain volume, right at 12. This also has a mid scoop as well, so in case you get feedback, or you can also use it for other alternate shaping. It also has a built-in tuner, and this thing runs on 2 AA batteries for like 160 hours. Like, that's pretty crazy, because I don't even get like I only get maybe half of it. No, I don't even get half that. I get like 75 hours on my 9-volt and my Taylor, and it's only got like volume, bass, and treble. This has got like everything. Anyway, so let's kill off the mic and go to the guitar. One, two. Okay. Dongle out. Nothing plugged in. Straight into the mic. Messed up. So that's our acoustic right into a mic, and of course we have the amplifier. Now I left the controls all at 12 o'clock so you get what it is at 12 o'clock. Even the mixing board, it's all at 12 o'clock for bass, mid, and treble. So this way it's kind of like your balanced signal. This is like straight raw in, okay? This is what you get. And how it's going to sound to your ears depends on the quality of speakers you have on your computer or device. That makes a huge impact on whether or not it sounds crummy to you or actually pretty good. Anyways, I like the way the pickup is, but not at flat response. I would definitely want to shape that sound in live performance. And I'm going to actually be taking this tomorrow to our band practice along with my lefty, because I have no idea what our worship leaders picked out for songs yet. And there's some chords I still can't do on this thing yet, but I can sneak around like 60 songs at least, you know, so that opens me up to quite a bit. And I want to also, you know, do some stuff right-handed, some stuff left-handed. It's kind of like a, I don't know, I'm just different that way. You know, I do crazy stuff. But I really love the guitar, and I do love the pickup system in it once you've, you know, adjusted your bass, mids, and trebs to shape the sound to the way you like it. You know, it is kind of cool that those two double A's last so long. And I am going to be putting in some fresh double A's because I don't know how old these ones actually are in the guitar. Because when I actually bought the guitar the other day, I was kind of like, well, you know, I mean, it's a brand new guitar. The battery should be pretty good in it, so, you know. And this is kind of a weird ejection system because you got to push down on the button. But you know what? Let me get a brand new set of batteries, and we're gonna see if there is a sound difference, because maybe the batteries are low. It's funny how sometimes I think of stuff and it's like, oh man, if I would have thought of that before I started doing this video, but you know what? There's nothing wrong with it. It's kind of fun. Okay, so let's pop these little bad boys out of here. So we got one going in this way, and we have one that goes in this way. Yep. Okay. And this only goes in here one way. Yes, those are both energizers. Pop. And we got power. Good. Alright, let's try this thing plugged in again. Okay, now what I want to do is I want to turn the amp speaker back on. I want to listen to it myself. You guys might hear some kind of a double over sound, but I'm going to shut the mic back off, and I want to hear what it sounds through the amp, personally. That's actually not bad. That's pretty decent. So I think the batteries were probably okay, but you know what? They're changed now, so I'm going to leave the energizers in. Really doesn't matter to me that much. Besides just a couple of batteries. But and now I know I'm good for the next 160 hours for sure. Anyway, unplugged though, this thing is like really amazing. I really like it. I don't even think I can do finger picking, but I'll give it a go. Nah, I kind of suck at finger picking right now. That's okay. So, yeah, overall it's a great little guitar. For the money, it is just outstanding. Very well built. I mean, hey, come on, it is Yamaha, right? To me, it's worth the $450. If you want a star rating on this thing, you know, honestly, I gotta tell you, I'm kind of right at that whole 4.5 out of 5 actually. I think that as far as bass, mid, and treble go, the pickup should be actually a little bit better for sound. You know, so that's kind of like a little ding there. You know, that's just the way I feel. I mean, but you do have the ability to shape it too at the same time at your guitar and at your mixing board if you're plugged into a board. So I mean, you know, it's not a big deal. You know, I mean, I have heard worse pickups. I actually own a worse pickup and preamp that's sitting on the shelf. You know, it's called the cheap little $10 preamp and pickup, but you know, so it's actually worse. But you know, this is actually pretty good either way. Sounding, it is a really nice pickup. and preamp system, and the longevity of 2 AA batteries is like, that's flipping nuts, man. That's crazy for 2 AAs. Like my 9-volt gets 75 hours, and it's kind of like, you know, I thought that was pretty good. This is like outstanding. Tuners are good. Tuning stability is really good on this thing. The action is actually decently low. You know, it's not like super low. Now they do only support 1253 and 1254 gauge strings for this guitar, so they're not supporting 13 gauge outright. If you want to put like a 13 gauge string on this, best be calling or emailing Yamaha first before you do it, because if they're not supporting it on their frame design under the top, then you do it and it breaks, then that's too bad, so sad for the warranty. Not all guitar manufacturers have designed their guitars to work properly with 13 gauge or heavier strings. Martin ran into an issue with that years ago, and now they actually make their guitars to actually handle much thicker strings and that sort of thing, because of a lot of issues. Because there are people that like running like really super thick strings, and I don't get why. You know, it's like, you're not really helping the cause in my books, but hey, to each their own, and people have their opinion on why they do it and so on, and that's fine. As far as the rest of the guitar goes, finish and that, just beautiful on this thing. I wouldn't say that it's flawless, because everything has its flaws somewhere, you know. I mean, you just look around enough on it, and it's like, yeah, well, whatever. You know, I mean, it's a guitar, right? We buy them to play them, you know. We don't buy them to keep them perfect condition, you know. Even my tailor has a few war wounds. But these strings on this guitar, to me, they're absolutely awesome. But do check out my video where I've compared the two strings on this guitar, the stock and these, and then you tell me which strings you think are better. Because, you know, to me, these strings are better. My wife agrees these strings are much better than what came on it. And I feel so much more comfortable playing these strings too, because they are much tighter wound in the wound part strings. So, and there's a nano coating. Anyways, that's where I'm at. So you get 4.5 out of 5 on this puppy. It's worth every penny in my books. In the States, these things sell for about $300, maybe $350-ish. I don't know, somewhere around there. Depends on where you buy them, I guess. Now that is definitely a good beginner guitar. It is an excellent intermediate guitar. I don't even see why a professional wouldn't want to play a $500 guitar on stage, because you know what? I do it, and I'm not ashamed of any value of guitar that I play on stage, because it doesn't matter what it costs. Is, does the guitar play for you the way you expect it? Does it sound good to you? You know, does everything about that guitar go, I want to play this guitar, and this guitar sounds great, it plays great, feels great, we're all good. That's what matters the most, not, you know, what name is attached or how much you paid for it or didn't pay for it, etc. Okay, so, you know, look at things in the realistic sense here. Besides, I've seen professionals playing Squires on stage. Come on, and a lot of people knock people for that. It's kind of like, yeah, well, look what he can do with that Squire. Can you? You know. Anyways, that's all I got. That's it. I'm out of here. Comments below as usual. If you liked the video, thumbs are up. If you didn't, well, you know what to do too. It all helps anyways. But we'll definitely catch you on the next one. See ya.